hello to you.
Thank you so much.
Do you know Boston yet? Have you been here enough to know any of the city? Any things you like?
I've been here one time before. I've never really gotten to, see it, but I would like to. Actually, a lot of we get my guitar players from Boston, so I was hoping I was going to stay here longer and go watch them play because he's performing tonight, but I'm not going to be here long enough.
And I know your brother's band, Metro Station's with you guys. So do you get to spend much time with your brother at all when you guys are roaming around?
We do. We hang out. We have like good family time, but mostly, my brother's working or I'm working, and we do hang. But on like our days off, that's usually when we get to see each other. Usually during the day, I'm doing radio or sound check, and he's doing sound check at different times. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask. So, what's the average day in the life of Miley Cyrus? You wake up. What happens?
Tour
next?
is like easier than like being I think back in LA. Back in LA, I go like I do my show all day and whatever. But here, I get up. I get to sleep in like a little bit later because our show's not until later. But I get up. I do sound check and I do sound check party, which is basically the fans come and watch me sound check and. Different like radio winners and contest winners and whatnot, and then come and do radio, and then have dinner, and then get ready for a show. But usually it's a pretty easy day.
What is going on with the Twitter thing?
Right.
Like I don't know. Every day I pick up another story. It's like Twitter this, Twitter that. Miley Twitter. She hates Twitter. What's really going on?
I just don't have one. I don't know why. Like just because you don't have something doesn't mean you hate it or you're against it. I just choose not to have. I think everyone has like a right to choose whether they have a MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, and if I don't want to say what I'm doing all the time, I shouldn't have to, so I don't. I choose not to.
What is that like, though? It's like it seems like everything you do or don't do, everybody seems really fascinated with. I mean, is that hard to be under a microscope like that?
Everyone I don't know. I think it's maybe more stressful on other people than it is for me because I'm not worried about it. It's not keeping me up at night. So everyone else is stressing and worrying, why I don't have one or why I did and why I don't now. It's just I just feel like people spend way too much time on the internet. I feel like kids spend way too much time on the internet, and people are worried about what they see on the TV, but they're going to see millions of more things that they shouldn't on the computer with advertisements and, what other people say. You can't control it. It's not, you can only do so much to protect what you see on the internet, and I just don't think that, kids should be on it as much.
There was a really strange related story, I think, that broke last night or this morning. And again, this microscope that you're under, some person and their cat. Have you seen or heard of that?
Yeah,
one?
Save Fuzzy. Someone's going to kill their cat if I don't go back on Twitter. I've never, that was my first threat, so that was kind of intense, but I don't know what she's going to do about her cat because I'm not going back on Twitter, but I really hope that Fuzzy survives. That my thoughts and peace are with Fuzzy. But
this incredible stardom thing, is it everything it was cracked up to be? Is it better than you thought it would be?
I think people don't. I don't think people realize that it is still work. It is really fun, and everything that I do, when I'm on that stage, is the happiest I am. But there is a lot of traveling, and it's hard being away from home, and it is hard not being with your friends and stuff. But I think it's amazing, and I definitely would just make sure I was talking about this with my mom. If you're gonna be in this business, and if you're gonna make it, it's not gonna be because of money, or it's not gonna be because of that. Because honestly, some of the work that you put in, there's no money that amounts to how stressful it can be, and how the things that you may lose or whatnot. And it's not for that. It's never been like that for me or my dad or for my family. It's just because we love it, So if you really have a passion for it and you really love entertaining, I think it's easy and I think it's fun. But you have to absolutely have just a heart for it, and you have to love it and it be your life, and you give 120%, because otherwise, sometimes, all the glamorous part of it isn't enough. It's just the passion that'll get you through it.
Although I got to tell you, I was looking at some of the figures this morning on the movie. That's a lot of dough.
It doesn't go in my pocket, so I don't know. And I think people I don't know. I think people look at that stuff too much. I think if someone sat down with me and let me explain to them why I do what I do, and I think if someone there's specific times where I will go to the kids' hospitals, or I've traveled, or I've gone somewhere new, and just some of these things that really stand up in my mind, and people will understand why I do what I do, because it's a really amazing experience, and it's, it could go away tomorrow, but I know that I've lived and I've learned a lot from what I do.
Do you carry an ATM card? How does that work?
I have to have money. I'm a person. I have to have money, so yeah, I keep cash on me whenever I go out.
All right, Miley Cyrus for the KISS website, I guess, right? We're on the website and everything else, and exclusively for the Maddie in the Morning Show on KISS. Nice to see you.
Good to
Have
see
fun
you.
tonight.
It's cold in here.